You can browse. We already went there. We can restore a VM. Let's say that you took a folder or a VMware folder from another host and you bring it to this host. All you gotta do is to go to that location and restore that VM. For example, you go into the VMX file, right click and restore VM, and this VM is gonna start up like nothing. If everything is compatible, the VM is gonna restore into this host and power on with not a problem. All right, let me cancel this. Let's see. You can see the storage, the free space that you have. Okay, let's go to monitor. Right in here we can see any activity for this local data store. We don't have that much, so you already know, just in case. So more storage, I got the same one, the local store, the local data store. Adapters, I got these are the defaults right in there. If you want to add up software iSCSI adapters, you can do it from here. Rescan and refresh. Let's see devices. Right, this is my CD-ROM and this is my local disk, which is gonna be 40 gigabytes. All right, you can increase capacity, rescan. All right, so we already went through this. Persistent memory, so if you want to play around with this, you can do it right in there. All right, so let's go to the next option in this navigator. The next option is going to be networking. In networking, we have port groups, which are this one, and this is a VM kernel port. This one is going to be connected to a physical NIC card, and this one is just for the virtual machines to go through, in and out the host. Alright guys, so before we continue on this tutorial, and I just want to let you know that when it comes to distributed switches, you are not gonna have so many options in a VMware host client, because this is a vCenter feature that in order for you to to do more, you're gonna have to use vSphere web client or vSphere client. This is the right client that you gotta use to get into the vCenter and create distributed switches. But in the VMware host client, you can just log in and create standard switches and do basic stuff, but not that much, remember. So like I said before, the management kernel is just a port group or a VM kernel port group connected to a NIC card. So what are those NIC cards? Are those these right in here? These are the NIC cards that are going to allow the VMs to go outside and to come back and get the data, information, and all the connections for any activity in the vSphere environment. So let's go and continue. So as you can see, those two are in one switch, which is going to be switch 0. This is the default one for this host. Alright, so let's go to virtual switches. Like I said before, only one switch, 2 port groups, 1 uplink, and the name, which is gonna be the standard switch. Let's go to physical NICs. We have only one, but you can have as many as you want. and the drivers, the MAC, the negotiation, and the link speed. We go to VM kernel. So the management network is gonna go through this VM kernel number 0. It's gonna be the default TCP/IP stack, and it is used for management. You can see the IP, and well, we don't have IPv6. We got the TCP/IP stack. We have one for vModule that we don't have it in this host because this host is not connected to a vCenter for provisioning, and the default, which is the one that we are using. So let's go and see the firewall rules. Here you can, set up any rules or stop a port or lag a port and stuff like that. This is just the firewall for this host. Okay, so let's go to VM networks. So we have a graphical interface right here, so you can see and understand what goes with what.